We're back, Freethinkers Radio. We have guests tonight.
Yes, sir.
We have Mr. Gerard and Mr. Michael from the Board of Directors. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. Yeah, go wild, Cry. Yay! Okay, great. All right. Somebody tired. So what is the Board of Directors?
Well, we're a mentor organization here in Columbia, South Carolina.
A mentoring organization? Okay.
Yeah. Founded by myself, Michael, and our friend Jabari, who couldn't be here with us tonight. Yeah, we all three work the same company, kind of started hanging out together, and really it felt like, well, Mike had the feeling that we were together for a reason. So, you know, we kind of explored what could we possibly do, and we learned from our backgrounds that we come from three different places as far as growing up. I came from a two-parent home, mother and father. Mike came from a single mother household, and Jabari from a single father. But we all realized that we had arrived with the same idea of what it took to be a man. So we kind of thought about what it was that we could possibly do to help other young men find that path. And the common thread was that there was a man somewhere down the line that cared for us. So we thought of how could we possibly, you know, go beyond ourselves. You know, it's one thing to be in front of a young man and teach the way and mentor, but how can we go to the places where we physically can't be? So that's why we wrote the book, The Makings of a Man, which is our first book.
Okay.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's real dope.
that was loaded.
Great answer.
I've only answered about a zillion times over the last 6 years.
No, that's good stuff.
I
So
got that one memorized.
what was the process like starting the mentoringship?
Oh, really? It started out. Yeah, you can fall back, Mike. We started out because we got invited to Sanders Middle School here in Columbia, South Carolina, because they found out about the book, so they invited us in to speak, and they liked what we did, so it turned into a program there. So when that ended, it's like, you know, how can we keep this going on? How can we continue doing this even if we don't have that built-in relationship with a school or whatnot? So eventually that led to us creating our own program, which we call Manhood Academy. So every fourth Saturday of the month at the Continuing Education Center at Benedict College. And what that is an opportunity for us to get in front of young men and have those conversations that we had when we first started out. You know, sometimes we'll have a topic when we go in, we'll have an idea, but what we first do is open up the floor for the young men to tell us what it is that's on their mind. And sometimes we don't get to what we plan because it's more important for them to have that dialogue and open up and have that conversation. So it's just a time for brothers to fellowship and whatnot.
Okay. So when you did the program at Sanders, how long was that and what did it consist of?
Well, it was a after-school program. We did that. I think we were there probably about, 3 years?
3 years.
Yeah, so it was, sometimes we went during the school day, during that open period, talked to them there. Part of it was after school where we dealt with the young men that were waiting, you know, for pickup or couldn't go home right away after school let out or whatnot. So
Summer session.
yeah, summer session, as well. Where that was during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of evolved in a couple different things while we were there, but for whatever reason, the program came to an end. But we had to find a way to keep that momentum going, having a platform to actually invite young men and have those conversations.
Right. So outside of the conversations, do you all do anything? Do y'all like assign someone a mentor, or like do y'all do anything outside of having those programs?
Well, that's the part of the process we're trying to get implemented right now. The you know, one thing about that is that it takes money.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, there's only, you can do things and you can go certain levels, but there's not really, you know, there's a limit on what you can do to a certain extent if you don't have the funds. I mean, me, Mike, and Jabari can get out there and mentor, but you can't just pull someone off the street and say, hey, go mentor this child, and then you don't know anything about that person. They need to go through the
vetting process.
Yeah, we need some extreme vetting, and extreme vetting costs, you know, you need some dividends to make that happen.
Okay. If somebody wanted to donate to your program, how could they do that?
Visit our website, themakingsofaman.com/donate.
That's all right.
It's just that simple.
Straight to the point. So when y'all dealing with the young men right away, have y'all cracked the Rubik's Cube on why they so soft?
I mean, that's a real big generalization that ain't always true. I mean, a lot. What we find more often is that they acting too hard.
Okay.
Is that, you know, and that was probably one of the main things that started all of this, because we would talk about issues we were dealing with our own lives, or young men we may have seen who were, not carrying themselves in the way that they should have. And the common thread seemed to be like, I'm going to talk a good game, I'm going to act a good game, but really I need, somebody to just listen to me and pay attention to me, because then I realize I don't have to act hard all the time.
Yeah, and have to make sure when you're talking about soft is because what we do as men normally, if a young guy expresses himself, we call him soft. But that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to be expressive. Because, if you aren't able to communicate your emotions, then you're only left with two that you're going to respond with, either happiness or anger.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and we limit men on the number of emotions they can express.
Yeah,
because we teach young men they can't cry.
Yeah.
Right.
So what are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah, because that's where I come from. Because I grew up in a single parent home with just my mother, and I remember the first time I went to the basketball park to go play basketball, and all the guys knew I was from a single home. Yeah, you're not playing basketball today. 8 years old, first time out of the house, first time in the park by myself. They set up a fight for me.
Wow.
And that's what I was taught then. I'm like, well, I need to be tough.
Yeah.
And if I cried, the older boys jumped on me. So that told me right then, like, I need to be hard. I need not show emotion, and that's how I grew up for a very long time.
Yeah, I grew up the same way.
Yeah, it's not until recently that I've been able to kind of express myself. I've been able to kind of express myself up until recently. It's because I've been hanging around guys who taught me how to do that.
That's real.
Yeah,
that's real. Yes, sir.
Feel free to think freely.
This next track is called "Move" by Flame. Move out the way, all them bullies out there. Teaching them boys that they gotta be hard and then jumping on them when they like 5, 6 years younger than you are. That's helpful.
Wow.
Depends. It depends. How big is that dude that's 5 years younger than you? That depends, I jump on my nephew. I ain't gonna lie. My nephew's 17. I'm tagging.
I said boys, not men.
I was say age matter. If it's 20 and 25, it don't matter.
Thank you.
15 to 10, yeah.
15 and 10 is the difference.
Y'all saying I'm wrong for the chest punches? I mean,
Well, I got the chest punches. I got those from my mama.
I get my nephew. See, y'all got chest punches. I got Ric Flair chops.
that's big though. That's big, and I think that's what's so dope about what y'all are doing, because that's a perspective. You see what I'm saying? I think what I'm saying, you have to have communication with a lot of kids that kind of see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Not like
I'm sorry.
Somebody.
No, we like to tell people that we like to tell people we offer them an option.
Did you?
Because there's so many different ways it can go. So there's so many different ways that kids can go in life. So we like to tell them.
Feature song of the night.
This last song is "You Gonna Win" by Adam Prodigal Son, featuring Carl Chambers.
Shout out.
That's right.
That's right.
You gonna win.
Said something. All right, Money Mike. Go for it.
Yeah, because we don't tell them what we say is right or wrong. We say this is a different option for you to choose, and this is a path that you want to go down. We got you.
I think
big.
hearing everything that you're saying with like letting the man know that, hey, you have more than just two emotions that you can invoke or evoke, whatever that big word is. Express. That's a good one. That's perfect. Bam. What I think about is like all the emotion that God carries, and God wasn't just happy and angry. He's given us every single emotion out there because we are made in His image, right? So if we're able to express and if we're able to feel all these emotions, why can't we express them?
And I think that's a very important thing I think it's very important to make sure you can teach kids, especially young boys, how to healthily express and release their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up being told not to cry a lot. And
now he don't stop.
Actually, no. Now I don't cry at all.
He likes
Like legit. Like I actually do not cry, and it's not like out of some macho thing. Like legit. Like there have been plenty of times in my life in the last 4 or 5 years where I've wanted to cry and just haven't been able to. I probably cried once in the last like 4 or 5 years, and it's just because of that having that installed and instilled in you. Nah, you don't cry as a man. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, and to this day, I have a hard time really expressing myself, just speaking to people. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to talk things out. So you have to be able to teach kids how to really be able to properly and healthily express those emotions and those feelings without them going from one extreme to the next and everything being chill one moment and then they might end up getting arrested the next. You know what I'm saying? You never know what might happen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's okay for men to cry, but you ain't gotta cry about every little thing.
Nah, right.
That's it.
It's about control. It's about balance, man.
Yeah, man.
Real talk.
For sure.
That's hard to live out. I ain't gonna lie. I can't remember the last time I cried, but I know there's been times
You feel
felt like I would like to, but
they just didn't.
how that thing works, I don't know.
And what was your response when you couldn't cry? What did you do?
Oh well.
Probably got angry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably got angry.
Yeah,
Probably
just got that focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how it is. That pops tell you to focus.
Yeah.
Focus and gonna beat it.
That's it.
Hey, so yes sir, this has been another day, another chance for y'all to enjoy us, nothing to enjoy y'all. We have enjoyed the house. I've been calling y'all the House of Representatives already. The board of directors.
Sound familiar.
That's a new
Absolutely.
one. I don't think we heard that.
Yeah,
House of
the
Reps.
board of directors. Make sure you go. What's your website again, brothers?
www.themakingsofAman.com.
Absolutely, and you got a podcast.
Absolutely. MakingsofAman.com/podcast. Listen to the board meeting.
Absolutely. Check it out.
Official.
Yeah.
And how can the people get in touch with you all individually?
You can contact us through email, info@themakingsofAman.com. You can call our voicemail line, 803-386-9660. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/board of directors. You can find us on Twitter @TheTrueBoard. You can find us on LinkedIn, True Board of Directors.
LinkedIn.
We out there. YouTube.
What's the name of the book that you all have?
We've got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't on Etsy. We ain't up on that game. we don't have no crafts to sell. All we got is these books.
Don't be hating on the crafts.
TheMakingsOfAman.com/shop. Buy your book. You can find both of our books there, The Makings of a Man and The Makings of a Dream.
Okay.
Yeah, the audiobook is out there for The Makings of a Man.
Is it on Audible?
Having and listening.
Is it on Audible?
Is that Audible? Or
You can download it and listen to it audibly.
Oh.